Things can turn quickly out on the water. One moment you're out there relaxing, enjoying a wonderful day of boating with your family or your friends, and the next thing you know, things are going wrong. Kind of like the images we see here, where this vessel was out enjoying a nice day of boating off the coast of Dubai, when all of a sudden the vessel wound up catching on fire. Now fortunately there were some good Samaritan vessels in the area which were able to lend a hand. One of the things that kind of surprises me here, when you see all these jet skis around the boat, you're probably thinking the same thing I am. You're waiting for one of them to attempt to put this fire out, but this crew never tries, so they're gonna have to wait for a little additional help from the authorities, just like some of the people we'll see in this week's episode of Boating News of the Week. Our first story to make the boating news this week is going to be based on a subject that affected many people across the United States this week, as a string of heavy storms ripped across the US, bringing heavy winds, rain, tornadoes, and snow to various areas across the United States. But of course, this is boating news, so we're gonna focus down in Florida, where Florida saw several tornadoes come from these storms as they ripped through the area. Fort Lauderdale was one of the areas to receive a tornado, as can be seen in the images here. It actually wound up carrying directly over the intercoastal waterway, damaging several boats as the tornado ripped through the Los Olas downtown area. No injuries were reported during the tornadoes here in Fort Lauderdale, and damage was actually considered to be quite light. As you can see in the images, the tornado is not one of those massive tornadoes that you'll see sometimes down in the Midwest, but still caused enough damage to be a very scary situation for many of the residents in the downtown Fort Lauderdale area. The tornado did generate right around the intercoastal waterway area, did stay on land for just a little bit, but eventually did move itself off the Atlantic coast, where it fizzled out over the Atlantic Ocean. Now, Fort Lauderdale wasn't the only city in Florida to experience tornadoes as these heavy storms rolled through. In fact, the Panhandle actually probably got some of the worst storms, experiencing multiple tornadoes in multiple locations as these storms came through the Panhandle area. It was a confirmed touchdown of a tornado in Panama City Beach this past Tuesday morning, causing extensive damage, with some buildings being demolished and others being completely removed from their foundations, including several marinas as seen in these images here, which took heavy damage as the storms passed through. Florida will probably take a couple weeks of cleaning this up before they can totally assess all the damage that occurred from these storms. Our next story to make the boating news this week is actually going to keep us over in Florida and take us over to the Gulf Coast, where this was the scene just a little over a week ago in the Charlotte County area, when a group of 8 set out on a 39-foot Nortec to enjoy a day of boating following the new year, when all of a sudden the vessel capsized.
So I'm going for the cruise in the boat today, and my man's over here, the street flipped over.
According to investigators, it is believed that the 39-foot Nortec wound up hitting a shallow sandbar in a shallow spot of the river, causing the vessel to flip over as seen in these images, and sending all 8 passengers into the water. Fortunately, it was a shallow area. All 8 people were able to get back on top of the hull of the vessel. Fortunately for this crew, there were several Good Samaritan vessels in the area who witnessed this event occur. They contacted emergency services and actually went to assist this crew and help them out until emergency services could arrive. At this time, an investigation has been launched to try and determine the full cause of the incident, but local authorities do remind you, if you're not familiar with certain waterways, be sure to use extra caution, especially in areas where there could be shallow sections or sandbars that you might not be familiar with, and always use your chart plotter and GPS to try and keep you in deep water. Our next story to make the boating news this week is going to take us down to South Africa, where this was the scene just a few days ago, when a 29-meter fishing trawler wound up running aground near St. Francis Bay and Shark Point with 24 crew members aboard the vessel. At this time, it's not 100% determined what the actual cause of the incident was, but reports indicate the vessel was actually actively fishing during the incident when the captain realized the vessel had drifted over a rocky section that was shallow, and as the tide went out, the vessel became hard aground on the rock. Once the captain realized the crew was in trouble, he ordered his crew to abandon ship into the lifeboats. With their shallow draft, they were able to actually float over the rocks and out to sea, where local emergency services was able to rescue the crew. At this time, plans are being made to try and salvage the vessel back off the rocks. No injuries were reported during this incident. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Boating News of the Week. If you ever see anything crazy happening out on your waterways, be sure to hit us up on Facebook or Instagram and let us know, and you might see your stories over here. Just like Scott Taylor, Ashley Kozik, Christian Sapiano, Brian Fustera, and Charlie did this week. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here. If not, we're coming to steal your drain plug.